for Hollow Knight and Silksong. Is it safe now? Can I talk about Silksong now without fear of spoiling everybody? Oh, am I kidding? How few assholes probably don't even get the lore and just waiting for Mossbag's video? Oh, you bastard. Silksong! Yeah, game, whatever. Yeah, you crash your Steam or some shit. Yeah, they got it on GOG?
Okay, GOG tab.
I was never really interested in, like, Hollow Knight. Like, I got the game, like, 5 years ago because it was cheap as shit. But, like, I dropped it because I got lost in, like, the second room of the game because I was a dumb fucking kid. Then Silksong was announced and, like, well, I have Hollow Knight. Let's play that. Then I beat the game and thought, wow, this is peak gaming. Then went straight into Silksong. And I beat that game too. Yeah, true ending and all. Now, I don't want to go on about game design because I'm not smart at all and I might say some stupid shit. Instead, I would like to talk about the difficulty. Something I can say with confidence. I was promised a difficult time with Hollow Knight and, well, let's just say the promise was not delivered. This game is fucking easy. When I was expecting a hard game, I thought something like Castlevania 3 but with like better controls, which saying it now doesn't make sense considering Dracula's Curse would be fucking trivial if it even had an ounce of control mechanics. I was hearing a lot of Hollow Knight being the tutorial for like Silksong, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting. When I was playing it, like maybe it's the kind of game I was looking for. I mean, this game is peak, but like shit goes down pretty fast. Holy shit, this game is kicking my ass! This is a challenge! This is a fucking video game! Okay, listen. Hollow Knight is hard for people that have jobs. Silksong is hard for semi-losers like me. I mean, it's not like it's excruciatingly difficult, but it made me do something that the original Hollow Knight couldn't. And that was make my balls sweat. Sure, that happened with like lost skin for a bit, and there's that climb towards the radiance that just makes my heart elevate. And when I reached the top, I was like, get the fuck over here, bitch! And I clarify, this is not a diss in Hollow Knight, because god no, this game is fucking amazing, and I weirdly prefer it more than Silksong, but like, let's talk difficulty. Now this may seem a bit odd, but I feel like Hornet controls smoother than the Knight, which probably doesn't, and that's just me being biased, but because of that mobility, the difficulty in this game was ramped up because of it, and with that, it led to this motherfucker can run! They added a run button! Oh my god, thank the grandmother Silk! This shit changes the game. You don't care, but a game that allows me to run is an automatic S-tier game to me. But hey, you know, you probably won't be running anyway since this place is a fucking death trap, but hey, still a nice addition. But I'm not talking about level design here, because damn do I not have the confidence to say anything about that, so let's talk about bosses. There's about like 2 bosses in Hollow Knight that gave me some trouble, and there's like 3 in Silksong. But like Lost Skin, well, I was just sleep deprived, so who gives a shit about you? The forum was just like, okay, bro, what the fuck, bro? These enemies just keep on coming, and they're annoying like shit too. I thought I was done when I got to this fucker, but it just kept going on and 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 on. So I'm limiting the conversation between the Radiance, this bug lady, and this Silk something. I don't fucking know what you are, honestly. The Radiance is a cool fight because it's the sun and it's a moth. Oh my god, I'm just realizing that now. Almost every boss and enemy in the game take about like 1 damage from you, which, I mean, sure, that makes sense until you get to this guy and said, "Wham!" What the fuck was that? You have no idea how helpless I felt when I saw that its sword took 2 masks away from me. The horror! But phase 1 goes down pretty fucking fast if you get used to it. It's the second phase that took me some time to actually do, and listen, yeah, I can first try Radiance anytime now, but you gotta understand, I fought this fucker pre-Silksong. She was scary as fuck, which added to my favorite part in honestly both Hollow Knight games. The ascension to hit that final blow. Okay, you get the point. But you see, this boss fight gives you 2 things that makes it stand out, and that being it's hard as fuck, and there's tension, in which I think these 2 Silksong bosses embodies. Let's talk about the first one. Listen, I fucking love this fight. I was debating if it was the second Sentinel or this one, but the former was too easy, so yeah, I gave it to you. This fight is amazing for two main fucking reasons. It's hard as fuck, and it's cool as fuck. Which checks off the checklist I mentioned earlier. This fight kicked my ass. For how long? Probably like an hour? Not too long, but I don't usually take that long to beat a boss. She has moves up the sleeves, and you know what? I don't usually like getting blocked, but I don't know how to explain it, but her blocking mechanic somehow made this fight even better. Mostly because I couldn't spam Wonder, but whatever. And she, oh my goodness, the second phase is a goddamn masterpiece. Not only does she get faster, which, okay, I don't really like when second phase of boss fights are the faster version of the first one, but this one gets the pass because she gets a fucking dash maneuver herself that looks so fucking cool, and guess this, she throws two circly googly things now. Like, the tension, the hunters watching, the fact that this bitch had the audacity to say to me, take it if you can. Oh my god, this fight is amazing. Karmelita, please marry me. This, my friends, is what you call a boss fight. One's clearly the boss, and one's clearly you. And you have to do everything in your power to take them down. Also, she's just hot as fuck. This one really still like, whatever. Also, you like my outfit? This shit nice as hell. I'm a little bit surprised that people had a hard time with Lace 2, but she just goes down to me with like, what? Lace 3, however, is what the fuck, bro? Okay, listen. Lace 1, pretty easy. Lace 2, a bit challenging, but nothing noteworthy. Lace 3, damn! What I commonly hear from like people is that they can't see Lace, which isn't my complaint. I can perfectly see her just fine. My main complaint is that she can predict the fucking future. I swear to you, I was this close contacting a physicist because I was convinced Team Cherry just invented time travel. It took me a few tries to actually understand what was going on. It's okay. You see, when people make hard boss fights, they simply just bombard the screen with random bullshit or make the boss faster, and Lost Lace does the same thing, as well as the other bosses in Hollow Knight and Silksong, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not entirely true for Lace. When you fight her, you have this weird sneaking suspicion that she knows not only where you are, but also where you're going to be next. After some reflection, you start to realize something. Every other bosses in this game is fighting Hornet, but Lost Lace is fighting you. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not a coincidence that she teleports specifically to the length of your dash. It is not fucking random that she has a parry ability, rendering your quick slash bullshit as not an effective method compared to previous fights with her and others. It is not by chance that she knows that you'll be in the air when you're trying to dodge her. All of these things, her moves, her attack, okay, that's just bullshit. Her counters, her defense, she's not just fighting Hornet. And it took me some time to accept that it's not Lace which was the enemy. It was my own instinct. And when I discovered that, I just equipped this and I just switched gear and I beat her instantly. Listen, I've said before that I prefer this more than this, and that's because, well, A, I like Hollowness more than Farloom, and B, look at this kid, motherfucker! But I do believe with all my mask that Silksong has the better bosses. I mean, it's probably because I see this fuckers longer than the others because I keep fucking dying, but okay. Here's the list of bosses that I had a hard time with in Silksong. And here's the list of bosses in Hollow Knight. These bosses are hard, but they're not hard that I have to put them in this video. And you might be wondering, where the hell is Nightmare King Grim? And I'm sorry, I beat him pretty fast. Good boss, I fucking love him. But he also just went down without a hitch. This is going to sound weird, but I have this thing with bosses. I need to hate these characters on a personal level. Not because they did some fucked up shit to the protagonist, but because they did some fucked up shit to me. And Silksong bosses definitely fucked me in the ass harder than the Hollow Knight bosses ever did. To the point where I couldn't relate to people saying that Hollow Knight's run back was almost just as bad in Silksong. Because I never did run back. I don't want you to go out of this video thinking that the Hollow Knight bosses are bad. No, that's not the point, idiot. This is a talk about difficulty in bosses. And again, I prefer Hollow Knight more than Silksong. I think it's just a better game. Bosses aren't everything to me. Like, come on, bro. But I do want to talk about Silksong's bosses. Not to put down one game from another, but to highlight one game's masterpiece in creating a fight that is memorable.